We're chasing high-grade gold in Victoria. Obviously, Victoria is renowned as a very prospective place for gold mining. I kind of had an idea of what I wanted, which was a more advanced project rather than a greenfields project. Old mines that have produced significant amounts of gold in the past was what I was really after. Mount Egerton fit that bill. Produced about 1.3 million at high grade. So high grade Victoria also very high grades at about 12 grams per tonne. So Mount Egerton was discovered in 1853 from alluvials. All Nations Gully was discovered, and that was rushed. So there were thousands of people, mining, and in those days was 12-foot claim, so very small claims. So the last existing shaft and the last company was the Black Horse, and that was the deepest on the field. And they mined consistently down to about 550 metres, where water and distance from the shaft, so cost of mining and water ingress was something that sort of made the mine stop. So a lot of these mines closed because they were capital poor in the end, not that the gold ran out. As well as the Mount Egerton trend, there are several trends, parallel trends to the east, which have got hundreds of shafts and pits and diggings all over them. But there's been no work on those whatsoever. So there was drilling done on the Egerton field in the 70s and 80s by Western Mining and St Barbara and a couple of others, but it was no deeper than about 120 metres, average 120 metres. So the rest of the deeper parts of the mine have not been assessed at all. And we know there's gold there because there's significant workings on them. So we'll be doing geochemistry, geophysics and drilling, and we're ready to go basically drill day one. I guess a good analogy is Southern Cross. That started out as basically almost identical to Black Horse, to Mount Egerton, in that it was an old mine that had some drilling done on it, 100 metres depth roughly, so similar to Mount Egerton. And the Southern Cross guys, thought that there was some more upside potential to the mine. Obviously, they started drilling, and it turned out that it was. So they've raised a lot of capital. The company went from $14 to $15 million to 1.5 billion Canadian on the back of that deposit. So we'll be drilling from day one, and we won't stop. The drill bit will be turning from day one until we develop the asset. Hopefully there'll be lots of results coming out. That's the idea that we plan to do. There'll be geochemistry as well, and geophysics. It's early stage exploration in one aspect, and then there's been very little work done on some of the parallel trends. But it's also a very mature brownfields play, in that it's a gold mine that's produced over 1 million ounces at 12 grams per tonne, and we're just looking to extend that. It's a fairly simple story, if you like. It's not a complicated story. We're looking for gold in Victoria where there's plenty of gold, and we hope to find some more.